He waved to me and opened the driver's side door. What was that? Was that a dart gun sound effect? Are things about to get real? Are we past the slow prologue? Are we at the real story? Weird. Okay, I wonder if I'm gonna get some crazy CG when I hit this button here. What was that sound? Oh, at the same time I heard the strange sound. Oh, did Okabe get hit? He's gonna get knocked out by the dart gun? A hole appeared in the window on the front passenger side. Izaki screamed and fell back on his butt. Someone's attacking us. Oh no. Oh no. This isn't good. This is bad. So, right. So, let's try to think about this for a second. Okay, so who could be attacking us? Well, it's probably the same people that burnt the house and were on the motorcycle. Okay. Why would they attack Okabe and friends? Well, I mean, because Okabe hasn't really done that much in this timeline. I mean, other than the obvious, flashback scene we all know and love, but, otherwise, he's been pretty dang normal. He hasn't been trying to develop a time machine or something like that. So, it's kind of weird that they'd be going after Okabe. If anyone, you think they'd go after, Suzu or someone related to the time machine if they know about the time machine. But Okabe clearly wants nothing to do with the time machine. The other option is, well, they could be after one of the other passengers. Azaki is probably not likely, because he's sort of a non-character. So, my first guess would be that they're after, the Maho and the doctor's research and such, because, of something. Well, maybe they want Amadeus Karisu for her research on the the time machine and all that. Maybe that's why. I mean, that would explain it. Yeah, that's my theory. Let's see if this pans out. The rear window exploded. Oh, this isn't good. Is that Okabe and Maho? You guys need to drive. You guys need to get out of there. So, what the heck is this picture? I guess they're getting down in the car. They want to try and get out of sight. I panicked. Was this some sort of supernatural phenomenon? No, people are attacking you. Duh. I was too confused to move. And then, the corner of my vision, I saw someone. Oh, is it our favorite character? No, it's not. Dang it. Man, okay. A man with glasses, suit, and tie, and a gun. Is he Japanese or is he Russian? Or American, I don't know. He was holding something strange in his hand. It looked kind of like a handgun. It was tiny, with a short barrel, and kind of flat. I couldn't see any kind of silencer. See, that's what I'm guessing. That's what I assumed it was a dart gun of some sort. Although it could just be a gun. That's, well, dart guns don't shatter windows. Last time I checked, so maybe it is a real gun. Who is that? I remembered him from somewhere. Oh, is he one of the Rounders? I felt like we met before. Where? I thought, but nothing came to me immediately. Where have we seen this person? Was he from there? The man was standing there, mumbling something to himself.
つまずきを与えるこの世は忌まわしい。もちろんつまずきが起きることは避けられないが、つまずきをもたらすものこそが忌まわしいのだ。
What? Woe to the world because of the things that cause people to stumble. Such things must come, but woe to the person through whom they come. Right. Woe. So, cause the world to stumble. That could refer to bad stuff that might happen in the future. Things must come, but like it's bound to happen. The World War III and all that. But woe to the person through whom they come. Like Okabe? I mean, you could probably get some woe, yeah. He's had a woeful experience, so that's fair. Also, he's mumbling to himself in Japanese, which would... And he sort of looks kind of Japanese, so he could be Japanese. Yeah, that could be it. So, maybe... the Japanese? It seems weird that we'd have all this talk about Russians and then have a Japanese person attack. But if it's Japanese, well, maybe they want to also get the research so they can make their own, time machine to counter Russia's. Because they have the research too. Maybe.
もし、お前の手か足の一つがお前をつまずかせるなら、それを切って捨てるがいい。
Are we getting biblical now? Your hand or your foot causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. Interesting.
両手両足揃っていて永遠の火に投げ入れられるよりも、それはお前にとって間違いなく幸せなのだから。
Better for you to enter life maimed or crippled than to have 2 hands or 2 feet and be thrown into eternal fire. What the heck is this guy going on about? Eternal fire. Is that a metaphor for World War III? Oh my gosh. I feel like I've become the person who I hated in English class.
また、もしお前の片方の目がお前をつまずかせるなら、それをえぐり出して捨ててしまうがいい。
Your eye causes you to stumble, gouge it out and throw it away.
たとえ片目であろうとも、陰の無の谷の炎に投げ入れられるより、ずっと幸いに違いないのだ。
Valley of Hinnom. The name of a valley in eastern Israel, on the south side of the old city district of Jerusalem. The valley was once where impure garbage and executed prisoners, I thought it was calling the executed prisoners impure garbage, were disposed of, and it was always filled with fires, black smoke, and a horrible stench. It was also where human sacrifices were offered to Molech, if that's how you say it, and so was feared by the people and avoided by the people. Man, it was scary, okay? The sight of this valley, constantly burning with unholy fires, became linked with people's minds with the idea of hell. Later, Gehenna would become a symbol of hell. The Hebrew root word was Gehinnom, which became the Greek word Gehenna, which, yeah, okay, and became the English word, yeah. This is also why the flames that were burnt in hell, that burn in hell, are sometimes known as the flames again. Yeah, okay, interesting. So, it's interesting. Oh, so maybe we are getting biblical. There was an aura of intensity and madness about the man as he pointed his gun at us again. So, maybe they're from like a different organization. It's like, cult or something.
神の与えし魂とは神の子である我々にこそ宿る。決してシリコンの上には宿らない。
Oh. Oh. Interesting. Okay. So maybe this person wants access, he wants to destroy the Amadeus system because they think it's an unholy creation. Because the souls of God dwell within us, the children of God, but shall never dwell within Silicon. So maybe they don't want the Kurisu for the time machine knowledge and all that, but just want to destroy Amadeus. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're after the Doctor, though, and Maho, which makes sense. Again, at least I called that much. Called that much. Hoo-ah. Izaki stood up, turned around, and fled like terror like a startled rabbit. No, you have to drive. Drive. Does Okabe know how to drive? Actually, I don't know. The sound again. It was so soft and light. I couldn't even imagine that it was a gunshot. Oh, I don't want to skip. Oops. But this time, the car's windows didn't break. And it didn't blow a hole in me either. It missed? Was he... He's probably aiming for Dr. Izaki. Was he too focused on Izaki? But you wouldn't be that lucky again. But you won't be that lucky again. Move! Wait a minute. That face. That's just amazing. Sorry. Okay, so I pushed Maho into the back seat. I crawled into the driver's side. That makes sense. So Okabe took the wheel and is gonna try to get away. Well, that's good. That's what I would suggest Okabe do. That makes sense if he knows how to drive. Thankfully, the engine was still running. Does he do any driving in the first game? Man, I don't know. I slammed down on the pedal without even bothering to shut the door. The sound of a powerful engine shook the underground air. The attacker flinched at the incredible noise and vibration. It's kind of loud even for me. But the car didn't move forward. Do you not know how to drive? Or did the attacker puncture the tires? It didn't move an inch.
Shift!
Oh, yeah, you have to shift. You need to release the parking brake. Oh, sorry, I didn't read that one. The Doctor and Maho were keeping their heads low in the back seat and shouting loud enough to be heard over the engine. I took my foot off the accelerator. I glared over at the gear shift. It was stuck next to the N. Oh, there's a neutral. I guess he doesn't know how to drive. At least it's, this is like an automatic. That helps. And then, right through the windshield, I saw the attacker ready his gun again. He was aiming at me. The look in his eyes told me he was ready to kill without hesitation. Crap. Cracks like a spiderweb appeared in the windshield. Something went past the side of my head. I felt a sharp pain, and at the same time, a ringing in my ears. And all the other sounds faded away and started to disappear. I felt myself passing out. And then Maho jumped over the seat and slid into the passenger side. My mind was pulled back to reality. I slammed the door shut just as she told me. Maho shifted from neutral to drive and leaned over on top of me to grab the wheel. Floor it. I slammed the accelerator so hard that for a moment the wheels were almost spinning in place. Then the car leapt forward. The attacker was getting closer. We were going to hit him. I was about to take my foot off the accelerator when... Oh, Maho wants us to run this person over. Wow, she's intense. Maho shouted. I gritted my teeth and did as she said. So, if we saw this guy earlier, maybe we saw him at the conference when they were talking about, you know, their AI and all that. That's why he knew about it, and that's why he went after them. I mean, that makes sense. But there was no impact. Evidently, the attacker had leapt away at the last second to avoid being crushed. Okay, well that's good. But there was no time to confirm it as the car raced through the parking garage. We were going too fast. Since Maho was controlling the car from the passenger seat, she couldn't keep it going in a straight line. Oh. Maybe you should not go quite that fast. The car spun to the left and right, and I was falling out the broken window. I grabbed the edge of the seat as hard as I could. We headed for the exit, slamming into walls and pillars and went, oh my god. You guys are gonna total this guy's car. I could see an exit sign in front of us. I pressed the brake and put my hand on top of Maho's, turning the wheel to the right. But that was the wrong thing to do. The rear tire slipped. Ooh. The car spun in a circle. And then it came to a stop. You guys are really bad at driving. I looked back and saw the doctor laying face up on the seat, giving me a thumbs up sign. So okay, he's okay. Let me take over. I quickly put my hand on the door and got ready to get out of the driver's seat. But then I saw an old, creaky sedan rumbling towards us and shivered. It was the man from a moment ago. He was following us and moving really fast. Oh. He's gonna ram us. Uh-oh. You gotta go, guys. Had it been broken when we slammed into the wall? That's possible. I grabbed Maho out of the passenger seat and rolled outside. The doctor rolled out the rear door. Ooh. It was less than a second afterward that the sedan hit. Close. If we'd been even just a little too slow, we'd have been turned to mincemeat. Stood up and offered Maho a hand, and then moved away from the unrecognizable wreck that used to be a car. Is the guy that rammed them okay? I mean... He did just crash his car into their car. Wow, that was intense. Oh. No, that guy's freaking dead. He done. He's done. Oh boy. Both cars were smashed together. The attacker's sedan was completely embedded in the rear half of the car that we'd been driving. There's no way he could have survived. There were no tire marks on the ground, which meant he'd slammed into us without braking. I shivered. So, it was like, was it a suicide attack? That's crazy. I'd almost been killed. I was about to pull up my smartphone when the security guards heard the commotion and came running. Security guards nodded and contacted the police. Alright, well, that's good. Poor Kabe. I guess maybe did he get grazed by the bullet? I can feel a pulsing ache on the side of my head. A shot from the gun grazed me. Okay, well there we go. Oh man, look at my prediction skills. You can clearly tell because you can see it on the picture. Yes, I'm great at predicting. I hadn't felt that pain at all while I was driving. Fearfully reached up to touch it and felt blood flowing from my temple down to my face. I gulped when I saw that my fingertips had turned a bright red. I almost saw Mayuri when she was shot in the head. I almost saw Kurisu when I'd killed her. The images felt like they were about to come flashing back to me, and I struggled to stay standing. Interesting. Who could this... Maho went pale.
ここってまずい場所だったりするのか
This is a bad place to get hit. Well, it's not good to be shot in general, but...
そこには線側頭動脈っていうのがあって
The superficial temporal artery there. An artery located at the terminal branch of the external cardioid artery. It travels from the neck to the head, between the temples and the ears. Supplies blood to the skin, ears, and jaw joints. Okay. So there's an artery near there. Artery.
見せてごらん少し触るよ
Oh, well, he is a doctor. Hey, it's our boy. He looked at the wound. When he touched me, I felt more pain, but I gritted my teeth to endure it.
大丈夫傷はそんなに深くない
Well, if his artery got pierced, it'd be, I think there'd be a lot more blood.
よかった
これをお使いなさいすみません
I put the handkerchief he'd offered me up to my temple.
襲ってきた人セミナーにいた人だわ
本当か
覚えてない？あなたが異議を出した相手よ
Oh. Hey, I did guess he was at the seminar. But, so... The guy who we got pissed off at the seminar. Guy who we yelled at, objection! You know that? Remember? Good times, good times? That guy was the one who shot at Okabe. And everyone here. Interesting. That's right. It sounded like he was insulting Kurisu, so I shouted, objection, at him. That was the guy. Was this his way of getting back at me? That's quite a grudge. Quite a grudge. Not a chance.
神の与えし魂とは神の子である我々にこそ宿る決してシリコンの上には宿らない
何？
銃を撃つ前に言ってたんだ
アマデウスのことかしら
さあ
Well, I mean, obviously he was. I mean, what else would he be talking about? I mean, the guy was crazy, but... I could faintly hear the police car sirens in the distance. The hotel security guards and staff were starting to gather.
なあこの状況どう説明したらいいんだ
How do we explain this? Yeah, okay, so, we were, so to get back to the beginning, we had this conference, and there's this AI, and this guy who didn't like the AI, and I shouted objection, And then, you know, one thing led to another, and he's dead. He attacked us with a gun. Yeah. Naturally.
ありのまま言うしかないわ。
That's how things are.
私たちだって何が何だか。
And then Maho's eyes went wide. She, the doctor, and the crowd were all staring at a single point. I looked, too, and almost screamed. Oh, Izaki's dead, isn't he? Oh, he's so freaking dead. Oh. I mean, we did hear him shoot at Izaki.
つまずきを与えるよがもたらすものが忌まわしい。
Wow, that's what we call a mispredict. I guess I'm the one with the woe now. Totally isn't Izaki. The man crawled out of the wreckage of the sedan, covered in blood. Oh my gosh. This guy. And then he staggered to his feet. Does he still have his gun? He looked like a zombie. Oh, remember, the first game had a zombie too. All his limbs except the one holding the gun were pointed in impossible directions, and I could see what looked like bones sticking out from them. How's this guy still standing? His stomach was torn open, and each time he crawled forward I could see his major organs covered in blood falling out of the hole. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Not gory much. Man, this is like gory in the garage. That was an awful joke. Okay. But he moved towards us like he felt no pain at all. It was such an awful sight that no one could speak. The man unsteadily aimed the gun towards the doctor. He must have been on the verge of death because his arm was flailing around too much to aim, but the doctor's expression was pure terror, and he seemed unable to move. Someone should, like, tackle the doctor. I mean, you know, like, kind of like get down, Mr. President kind of thing. It'd probably be a good idea. Yeah. If the doctor dies here, like, I'll just be like, seriously?
もっとく魂今標準逃げ
A shot ran out. Fresh blood flew out of the man's head, and his body was blown away like he had been hit by a truck. He fell to the ground, still clutching his gun. Wait, did someone shoot the assailant? It was Suzu, obviously, clearly, yes. Was it the police? He tried crawling away, forward anyways, but he soon twitched and stopped moving. The crowd began to scream.
Huh?
What? The attacker had been shot? Did he shoot himself? No. The gunshot was clearly different from the last ones. Yeah, the last ones were oddly quiet, even though he didn't have a suppressor. Which made me think it was a dart gun, but no, he had a gun. So why was it so quiet? I mean, that's kind of odd, isn't it? Like, especially in a parking garage, you think that'd make it really loud, like all the echoing. Was it the police? I mean, that's reasonable. We just fired. I looked around. I could see several policemen from the entrance, but none of them had their guns drawn. Wait a minute. So yeah, who would it be then? And the crowd was nothing but security and hotel staff. I couldn't see any of them carrying a gun. Oh? Is it Okabe coming back from the future? We got like a bit of a prisoner of Azkaban kind of thing here. Does the future self have to come back and stop, save the present? Is that what's gonna have to happen? Maybe? Like, maybe future Okabe is like hiding somewhere and snipe the guy. Maybe. Possibly. So who had fired? And where had they fired from? And the way they took the attacker's head off with a single shot. Not just anyone could do that.
何が
Was it the Russians?
起きてるんだよ
You've really gotten yourself into a mess. Tried so hard to be a normal student, and look what happened. Look what happened. Of course, no one told me. Afterward, the police took us into custody. We were taken to the police station and questioned until late in the night. They patch up, their wounds. The sun was about to rise by the time we left. Should it be 12:16 now? If you look at the top left, it says 12:15 Wednesday. But if the sun's about to rise, it's past midnight, so it should be like 12:16, shouldn't it? Like the 16th of December, that is. Like a Thursday. The police took me home in a patrol car. The doctor and Maho were having the police take them back to their hotel in Wako, so we split up in front of the police station. We never did find out why the man had attacked us. Other than the obvious, but... Well, that was quite a scene. I mean... the story just got, serious. Which is good. We've had a lot of fluff, so I'm ready to get to the serious. I mean, again, the first game had so much, slice of life stuff, before, the plot actually happened. So, I like to get to the action. So I should save. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I haven't been playing for 15 hours. I mean, it's not, yeah, because it's not, this scene hasn't been 15 hours long. I think, there's something funky with how the time counter works. Something like that. When the PS4 is asleep, and I don't know. Or if sometimes I left the system idle, stuff like that. So, but yeah, we still, regardless, we've had a lot of hours. I haven't counted, but yeah. Anyways, that was intense. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.